What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great night so far. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes before we start. I know that this stream sometimes takes a second to actually catch up and go live. So I'm gonna give it a sec before we start with anything. Can you hear me? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start by going over a little bit of an equipment overview for today, which is really simple because we only have one piece of equipment. We're just using a mat and our bodies. From there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a nice stretch. We're going to go over today's class. So I want to start actually by going over what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing quite a bit of core activation, getting the shoulders involved, getting the chest involved. It's going to be a really good workout. We're going to get a good sweat out of it. It's going to be really HIIT style. And from there, we can begin. The first thing I ask, hopefully you're near a wall. If not, I'm going to ask you to get near a wall for our first stretch. For this stretch, I'm taking a straight hand, pressing against the wall, and just try to push that wall away, allowing myself to feel it through the pec minor, through the bicep, and through the forearm, pushing away. From here, I'm taking this hand and turning it backwards to get a little more activation out of the inner side of the long head of the bicep. Flipping that hand upside down, you get a little more shoulder, and hold it. Taking that same hand and opening my chest up to allow myself to feel it in my pec major, pec minor. Turning around to the other side, where I'll be doing the same thing. Starting with my left hand pushing straight, hand away from me, pushing out, pushing upside down, and opening up my chest. From here, to the next wide stance, arms fully extended outwards, reaching up tall, all the way over my head, and leaning down to activate my lats. Coming over to activate the lats on the other side. Extremely important for a couple of the movements we will be doing because they will be shoulder heavy. Locking my elbows and pulling my arm across my body, just like so. And coming over into the other side to repeat that movement. For this next one, I'm going to turn around so you can see me, grabbing my hands back and pulling back. From here, taking two arms, I'm making sure they're at a 90-degree angle, just like so. And I'm opening up my delts, just like so. Squeezing together, creating artificial tension, pretending there's a ball or a watermelon there, and I'm trying to squeeze together. Opening slowly and squeezing together. We're going to get into our first round of exercises, which you guys will know really well by the end of it. We're starting with core activation. The first thing we're going to be doing is getting on the ground and getting into a bike pedal. This is actually a really simple exercise. My hands are behind my head and I bring my elbows up to my knees, just like so. Pedaling my knees in, just like so. We're going to be doing this exercise for 20 reps, or roughly about 20-ish seconds. So we're going to start with that now. Continuing, bring the elbows into your knees. Keeping a tight core as we go, making sure to have steady breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, just like so. Now, if this is a new movement for you, it might be a little bit confusing. That being said, we will be going over this movement quite a few times. So by the end of it, you'll be a pro. 2, 1. Excellent. From here, we're going to be getting into a heel grab. Another very simple movement, starting with grabbing at my toes and stepping out, coming back in. Just like so. Just kicking outwards, just like this. We're going to start right now for 10 reps of the heel grabs. Just like so. Coming in to grab my feet. If you want, you can extend your arms out. We'll get a little bit more core activation. Excellent, just like so. For this next exercise, you definitely want to have a mat. If you don't have a mat, I'd recommend getting a pillow right now to do this. What we're doing here, laying down on my butt, my feet are at about a 45-degree angle up. Reaching up for those heels, just like so. 4, just like that. Forward. For this exercise, we're going to be doing 8 reps. If you've already started, continue on towards your 8th rep. If you're just starting now, then get 8 reps. Pushing up through your core, towards your heels. Excellent work. We're going to be getting into one more, and this one's going to be really simple. Probably one, if you've been to one of my classes, that you've done before. It's called the dead bug. For a dead bug, hands are up, knees are up, and I'm lowering opposite sides without touching the ground. Keeping a tight core to hold those sides up. Excellent, just like so. We're going to be doing this exercise for 20 reps. Again, that'll roughly be about 20 seconds. And let's begin. Perfect, just like so. This is one of those exercises you could totally modify by either holding weights in your hand or holding a medicine ball between your legs. It's also one of these things that's going to be really good for your lower back and help with overall core development and support. By now, you're probably almost done your 20 reps. So we're just going to wrap those up, continuing for your last 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. We're going to get right into our first round of our exercises. We're going to start with a burpee round. Now, what I want to do here, again, like we're usually going to be doing here at Healthletica, is we're going to be going over the exercises the first time, and the second time we're going to be doing everything a little bit faster. Take my glasses off so I don't break them right away. We're going to get into a burpee. For those of you who don't know what a burpee is, it's actually really simple. Little jump on the ground, do a push-up, and back up. Now, if the push-up part is too strenuous for you, or you find your lower back caving in, you could do a jump, coming down, kick your legs in, kick your legs back out, and come back up. Do whatever is comfortable for you. We're all going to be working at different paces and different intensity levels, and that's perfectly okay. We're going to be doing 5 of these starting now. Up, do a push-up, and back up. Maybe you're going up into leg kick and back up. Either way is perfectly correct, as long as we're keeping a tight core. 3, and going for your last 2. And your last burpee. Excellent. We're going to slow things down really quick by getting into a bird dog. A bird dog is very similar to a dead bug, the main difference being that we're on our hands and knees. For a bird dog, hand and knee extend out. Don't tumble like I did. Hands and knees extend out. You come and touch together. I'm not touching with force, just lightly touch. If I have a weight in my hand, I'm making sure that I just bring it beside my knee. Do not create any kind of contact. We're going to be doing this for 10 reps on each side at a nice conservative pace. If you want to go super fast, you totally can. I'd recommend going at a slower pace because you'll get more time retention and core activation. And switching over to the other side. Beautiful. Remember, we're going for 10 reps on this side as well. Making sure that we did equal reps on both sides. 1. Excellent. We're going to be getting into one more exercise in this part of the circuit before we do a repeat. What we'll be doing here is called an archer push-up. For an archer push-up, I'm on my feet, hands nice and wide apart, coming down to one side, coming back up, and into the other side. To one side, and into the other side. This unilateral work was each pec independently, and it makes sure that if you have any kind of situation where you're stronger on one side than the other, it's going to fight against that. Really good for helping to build overall strength. We're going to be doing this for 5 reps on each side. It's a total of 10 push-ups. And begin right now if you haven't already. Down to one side and down to the other. Down to one side and down to the other. It's also really good for your triceps. Now, this is a workout I do quite a bit. I find that during this time when we have to be creative with our fitness, exercises like this allow us to not feel like we're missing out on hitting our goals. We're going to take a second, grab some water if you need it, and we're going to be getting back on the mat to activate our core again. It's not going to be as intense as the first time we did this, because since this is just in between a circuit, we're going to be doing a mini version of it. We're only going to be hitting 2 of the workouts. We will be coming back to the full thing before we get into the next circuit. Getting our legs up in the air in that 45 and coming up to our heels. You guys definitely remember this. How could you forget this one? At least your core definitely won't forget this one. Excellent. Heel pulls. Excellent. Beautiful. I may have done those faster than you. If I did, that's absolutely no problem. Take this time to finish up. And we're going to get through into our full round of that first circuit. Now remember, just before we start, it's burpee, burpee, bird dog, and then we get into that archer push-up. We're going to start now. Let's go. Starting with those 5 burpees. Remember, you could use either variation, whatever works for you. Beautiful, that's 2. That was my 3rd. Let's push for that 5th burpee. Let's go. Halfway there. We have 1 more left, but we're going to add a 6th burpee. So let's push for 6. That's 5. And our actual last one. Excellent, great job. Take the second as your active rest. Getting into those slow bird dogs for 10 reps on each side. Excellent. 8, 9, and my 10th. If you're not on your 10th yet, take a second, get there, and let's get into the other side. You may notice I do quite a few of these workouts on my fist. Now, I don't necessarily recommend that you do the same. That's more so than anything because of an underlying wrist injury. And coming up for a 10th rep. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to get into our archer push-ups. Hands nice and wide. Down to one side and down to the other. Down to one side and down to the other. Remembering that with this, we're doing 5 reps on each side, getting those 10 archer push-ups in, and really activating through our chest. And pushing across. I'm assuming you're probably around on your 4th rep right now, total, so rep 8. And finishing up with archer push-ups. Great job. Take a second. Grab some water. The next part of this is going to have a ton of core, which is why we're going to be doing a really nice core stretch out towards the latter half of this exercise. By the way, if you want to relive any of these exercises, you totally can, either on Healthbotica's YouTube page, or you can check me out on HIIT Excellence, where I will be posting majority of these exercises in a little condensed clip. Regardless, we're going to get right back into it, getting into our little core burner. Getting on the ground, we're doing our 20 initial seconds of the bike pedalers. Hands behind my head, and bringing those knees into my elbows. Beautiful. At a consistent pace. Perfect work. Now, if you are having trouble with some of that coordination, something I totally recommend would be to either close your eyes and pay really close focus, or focus on one center of the room. It will just help throw off those distractions. Regardless, we do get to our 20th rep. We're going to be immediately switching over into a toe grab. And reaching out. Excellent work. Remember, we're doing these for 10. Beautiful. From here, we're going to be lying down. And you're probably an expert at this one by now. Getting our legs up and reaching for our heels. Remember, we're going for 8. Excellent. Getting all nice and comfy on the mat and hopping into our dead bugs. Doing our dead bugs for a total of 10 reps, about 20 seconds worth. And one more. Excellent. What we're going to be doing now, before we get into the next part of this workout, especially because this next part is a lot of core as well, we're going to be getting into the child's pose, allowing ourselves to stretch through the core and feel relaxed. Taking my right hand underneath my left and reaching across, switching over to the other side. Excellent. Coming up, keep my right hand onto my hip, other hand behind my back, and looking back at my heels, just like so. Take a second, breathe, grab some water if you absolutely need some. I totally would recommend grabbing some because we are going to be doing quite a bit of work in the next 28 seconds. We're going to get right to it. First exercise we're going to be doing here is a high to low plank jump. Now that sounds way more complicated than it really is, because all we're really doing is going from a low plank to a high plank and getting into that same burpee style position. From a high plank to a low plank, high plank, and into our jump. We're going to be doing these for 5 reps. We're going to start right now. Let's go. Getting down, getting back up, and that's 1. Getting down, back up, and that's 2. Excellent work. Keeping a consistent pace. 3. And back up. 4. And our last rep. Excellent. And jumping back up. What we're going to be doing now is getting onto our hands. I'm going to be getting onto my fists. You don't have to. And getting into a shoulder tap. Notice I'm trying not to sway my butt. I'm doing that through a really tight core. I'm going to touch each shoulder a total of 8 times. Just like so. This may take some of you longer. I recommend doing it slow. You get a lot more out of the core. Doing it fast is more shoulder activation. But that's not necessarily what we're going for today. Continuing at that slow pace until you're at your 8th rep on each side. Little piece of insight for this workout. It's great for your grip strength as it targets a lot of forearm. By now, I assume you're on your 8th rep for each side, so we're going to be getting into the next part of this workout, which we are staying in the high plank for. This one's actually quite simple. I'm just opening my legs and closing them together. Opening and closing them together. Kind of like a jumping jack, but without most of the jumping. Opening up and closing. Opening up and closing. Perfect distance idea for you. If you have a mat, you want your legs to come on the outside of the mat and then come back to the center of the mat. We're going to be doing 10 reps of this and starting now. Opening and closing. Opening and closing. Open, close, open, close. Great work. Finish up into your 10th rep. Take a second after that and grab some water. We're going to be repeating that circuit, this time a little bit faster, because I'm sure you're a little comfortable with it by now. It is mostly high planks, and I'm sure there's absolutely no problem for you. So, what we're going to do, when you're ready, if you still need a second, I totally understand that. If not, then let's get right into it. So what we're going to be doing, getting into that jump, high plank, low plank, up, and back up. Now, I'm throwing you a little bit of a curveball because we're going to be including the other movements into this plank jump. What do I mean by that? There will be times where I will get out shoulder tap and we'll switch to a shoulder tap, or plank jack and we'll open up into those jumping jacks. We're going to go over that together now. That's how we're going to do this round of the circuit. We're going to start 3, 2, let's go. We're going to start plank high to low. And back up. That's 1 plank high to low. Into our second. This time, when we come back up into high, we're going to get into a shoulder tap. We're going to be doing our shoulder tap for 5 touches on each side. Excellent. And that's my 5th and my 5th. Coming back up into my jump. Getting back down for 1-1 plank jump. Down, up, and jumping back up. On this one, we're going to get into those jacks. Coming down, down, up, and I want 10 jumps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and coming back up for one more. Relax and jump up. Excellent work. There was a lot to follow, but you did a great job. Excellent. Hit the second, grab some water, you really earned it. Hopefully you're feeling really good right now. I know that I have a good sweat going, and I'm feeling really pumped up. We're going to be doing now, going through one more round of our little core burner, and finishing off by going over our last circuit 2 times. Getting down, we're immediately going to be starting with those dreaded bike pedals. I know even I do have some difficulty with this movement sometimes. Although, the reason it's still in here is because this movement's great. It works. It's something that you definitely want to at least try your best at. It'll help a lot with your obliques. And making sure that we are pedaling. Excellent. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to be getting into those heel touches. Reposition my mat a little bit so you can see my feet going. Just like so. We'll be going for 10 of them. Beautiful job. Take a second, hit your 10th rep. When you are there, we're going to get down onto our back, lifting our legs, and getting into the dreaded V-touch. Coming up for 8 reps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent job. Right now, I'm getting into my dead bug. Legs up, arms up, and extending on each side down. Excellent. This time I'm going for a combined total of 10 reps. That's 5 on each side. Beautiful. Hopefully your core is not too burned out. We are at the final leg of this exercise. And of course, as always, we'll be finishing off with a really nice stretch. Taking a second, grabbing some water. And getting right into our exercises. This first one is a little on the complicated side, so I'm going to go over it pretty slowly. I definitely need you to pay absolute attention to this one. Mostly because this can be something that, if done incorrectly, could potentially cause a little bit of, I don't want to say harm, but it could be a little bit on the more dangerous side. For this exercise, on my hands, I'm going to go palm hand, just so I assume this is how most people will do it. So I'm going to go palm hand just to show you guys the proper way to do this. We're coming down and doing push-up. If you do have to do a knee push-up, that's totally okay. You have been going for about 25 minutes hard, so I totally get it. I encourage you to try to do a regular push-up up. Coming up, holding on one hand and lifting the other towards the ceiling. The reason that this poses a little bit of difficulty and danger, if you don't keep a tight core and you go up on a weird angle, you could create some discomfort in your chest and in your shoulder. Part of this going up comfortably, coming back down, pushing down, and opening on the other side. Making sure my hips are stacked and my shoulders are stacked. Coming down, coming up, just like so. We're only going to be doing this for 3 reps on each side, which I know sounds really light, although I promise you that this exercise is probably one of the hardest ones within this little workout. If you find this one really easy, you're an absolute champ. Coming down, coming up, and opening on the side. 2, 1. Coming down, coming up, opening on the sides. 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Open on the sides for 3, 2, 1. Down. Sides. 3, 2, 1. Into our last 2 for 3, 2, 1. And our last grab for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Taking a second, allow yourself to shake out those shoulders if you need to. We are about to be using them again in a high plank style, but not for a high plank. We're going to be getting into a mountain climber, an outwards mountain climber, just like so. So for this style of mountain climber, focusing on using my obliques to bring my leg out, just like so. I'm going to be doing that on each side consistently for a total of 10 reps. Beautiful, just like so. That's my 7th, my 8th, 9th, and 10th. Take a second, get to your finishing reps. The next one we're going to be doing is another mountain climber, although it's a variation because we're going to be bringing our knees across our body. Just like so. We're going to be doing these for 10 reps as well, starting now. Getting a lot of grip strength out of this exercise and a lot of forearm activation, as well as a tight core. Excellent. Taking the second, catching our breath, grabbing some water if you need it. We're going to be running through this for one more set. After that, we're going to be doing a stretch, and you're free to enjoy the rest of your night. I definitely encourage you guys to go enjoy a nice shower after this. You guys ready? Let's go. We're going to get right into it with those push-up open-ups. So we are going to go over 3 on each side again. I'm sure you guys are absolutely going to kill it this time because I'm sure you did last time. Getting into it, we're going to add a little bit of difficulty. I'm going to challenge you to do a triangle push-up to activate more triceps. Now again, if you need to use your knees, that's perfectly okay. Coming down. And opening. 2, 1. Coming back down to your triangle. Do strong triceps. 3, 2, 1. And back down. For 3, 2, 1. I am going to be switching to my fist just for my own personal comfort. Again, you don't have to. I know most people don't tend to go fist on any of these exercises because they have no wrist injuries. Coming back down. Opening up for 3, 2, 1. Back down to the other side. Back up for 3, 2, 1. And for our last one. For 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Taking a second, shaking out those wrists, shaking out that chest and those traps. I'm sure they're a little tight. Getting back in with our wide climbers for 10 reps. Excellent. Pushing through your 10th rep and getting into the cross climbers. The last little bit, so we're going to give it all we have. Let's go for 20 reps this time. Let's go. Now. Pushing through a strong core, using some good speed. Give it all you got. Come on. Continuing for less than 10 seconds left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Great work. Do a little bit of a stretch out, just so you don't leave here hating me today, and then you can go enjoy your night. We're going to get back into that famous child's pose. Forehead to the ground for 2 deep breaths. Coming into an upwards position. Allowing myself to really stretch out my lower back and core. Into downward dog, where I'm just pedaling very lightly. Walking myself upwards and reaching my hands back over my head. This is great because it activates the trunk. Taking my hands to my sides and lightly Stepping forward so I don't knock my picture off the wall. Let me go forward. And over to the other side. Excellent. Taking my hands, reaching down to one foot, reaching down to the other. Taking my hands and pulling them back behind my back, really activating those shoulders. Excellent. And taking them again, powerfully forward, opening with force, bringing my arms downwards to activate my pec minor and my traps and my triceps. Bring them back up, hands together. Beautiful. Take a bow. Absolutely great work today, guys and girls. So for next week's exercise, it's going to be following a very similar pattern. Hope to see you all next week as well. If you have any questions, definitely make sure you hit up either Healthletica on Instagram or myself. That's HIIT Excellence, HIIT Excellence on Instagram. Have a great night, and I look forward to working with you again next week.